Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the Reel Bois Podcast. Hope you enjoy.
It's 11 o'clock at night right now.
Yeah, we'll see.
Nobody else. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Last time we talked about, we didn't record, unfortunately, the fucking Space Odyssey and Ghost Stories.
Yeah, man, that was quite the night.
No, I don't really want to talk about that again.
Yeah, we could do that again if we make that into an episode. Honestly,
we definitely can, but with only two of us, probably not.
Yeah, we'll have to get Jaren in here again.
That's his name, Jaren. I never knew his name.
Yeah.
But I always know him as Studs.
Yeah.
Which actually is a good thing to talk about, is like names like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you ever gone like your entire life just with like the same gamer tag?
I started off with the classic, I had to like give myself a pick me up constantly, so I made my name Bill is cool, That's the only way Yeah. So I was rocking with that pretty much the second I got the classics, the Xbox 360 whenever I made my first gamer tag.
Oh God.
Started off with that and then pretty much kept that. I think I had no. So I had that up until I got my Xbox One for like the newer Call of Duties and stuff. And that's whenever I changed it to, instead of Bill is cool, I was like, I already know I'm cool. So I changed it to Bill is 2020. What that meant, I had no clue. I just really liked the number 20, so I put it twice.
Did you graduate 2020?
2021. So not this year.
Okay, then yeah,
year.
it literally means nothing. Yeah.
Except for like maybe decent vision.
I guess, yeah. That is weird.
I don't know.
For me, it's always been. When I first got on the 360, because I played on Nintendo and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
it's whatever. I started off with my first account. It just came out as Mild Lotus. And then I was like, I wanted to we played Destiny. That was the game we played. So when I did finally change it to something, we were the Destiny X clan, which is so cringy. But I changed to Destiny X Lotus, and my friend Connor, he was Destiny X Boss. We had Destiny X Mongoose. We had all these different things.
Classic clans that you always had whenever you were younger. Yeah.
But the thing was, like, I only played with like two of those people.
Mm-hmm.
Out of like the 30, they were literally like, it was a relatively big sized clan, like of people we knew. Like our entire school was part of Destiny X.
Jeez.
Because we all played Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
So there was like 60 of us.
Destiny was huge.
It was, and it is. Destiny 1 is a game I will always hate and love. Like I have a love-hate relationship my entire life.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what the first ever video game you ever played was? Just video game in general.
In general?
Yeah. Like any video game. Like maybe like on an old Nintendo 64 or something like that. Like
I think Spyro.
Maybe a DS. Spyro? I don't even know what that is.
Like, you don't know what Spyro is?
No.
So Spyro is a really old game. It actually was my first ever nickname. For people who don't know, my name's weird. But I'm just gonna send this to you so people in Discord don't have to see it. This was my first nickname because I really, really love this game.
Oh wait, that looks really familiar actually.
Yeah, it's Spyro the Dragon, and I truly loved this game. And my basketball coach at the time was like first grade or something.
Oh yo.
He was like, "What's your name?" And I told him my name, and he was just like, "All right, anything else to call you?" And I was like, Spyro. And that I'm a senior in high school now. I'm a freshman in college now. And to this day, he still calls me Spyro, which is it's something that's really cool. What about you, Bill?
I think, that thing you just sent me reminded me of this wow. How old is this? When did this come out?
The original Spyro?
No. This game that I remembered that just sparked like a rush. No, okay, so there's this game, right? This isn't the first game I played, but there's this game that reminded me of for some reason called Tak and the power of Juju. TAK and the power of JU, right?
Yeah, it literally came up as I was typing. Oh yeah, that's a TV show.
Is it really?
I think so.
This is
maybe not. It's Nickelodeon.
It was literally released in 2003, and I'm pretty sure that I played it on the GameCube.
God, that is a trip down memory lane.
That is
I never
such
finished
a throwback. Yeah, I remember the sheep. That's like the only part I remember where there's. Yo, dude, that's
crazy.
Yeah, but I think the first game I probably ever played was either. It was probably either a game on like a Nintendo DS, like like one of the original DS's, or something on. Okay. Oh wait, there's this game. There's this really old Star Wars game for the PlayStation 2, I think. Star Wars.
Is it Battlefront?
No, it's older than that. I think it was called Masters of Teräs Käsi. Yo, this is from 1997. This was one of the.
This is like the original Star Wars.
Yeah, like this is like you fight against AI or other people if there are more people. Yes, dude. I
played this.
This is the game.
Dang, this is old.
We still have this. Like we could still play this. Like.
It's crazy looking at these pictures. I'm gonna obviously have to edit, or either me or you is gonna get edited.
Yeah.
Probably both of us.
Yeah.
But
yo,
like,
this is so old, dude. Like, look at these graphics. Yeah, that's insane.
But like,
absolutely,
it's just crazy to think about.
Yeah. That might have been the first game I ever played.
Do you have a favorite game?
Like right now?
Like just of
all
ever,
time?
Like,
oh wow.
Of all time.
That's a hard
definitely
question.
have one.
That's a wait. Okay, you start because I gotta think.
Okay, so I love action stuff, but like a good story has always been a big thing for me.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Last of Us is killer.
Ooh.
The story is just so good, and like it really, it was the first game that was a movie, but you got to play, which made you even more invested than. Because a movie you can only get so much, like with the character, unless it's like an Avenger thing, where it's like, oh, well, you've been watching this same person.
For sure.
Like 20 movies.
Yeah.
But with a video game, it's like, oh, I am this character. So then you feel that loss.
It's like a whole new world.
Yeah.
So.
It's cool that video games can do that, though.
Yeah. So, best game of all time. See, that's hard because I've played on so many different types of consoles, you know? Because, you know, there's like the original, there's like Duck Hunt on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
That we still have like the little Nintendo like pistol thing for that. That game is fun. You can,
if you want, like, name your favorite game from, each.
Yeah, that's true. So
like console.
I'd say, okay, I'll say for like years of my life. So like childhood, definitely like the OG Mario series. Like the Super Mario series.
Those were good. Those were life changing.
Honestly, those were those were good games. And then after that, I'd say like definitely probably like Halo 2, Halo Reach, maybe Halo 3.
Halo ODST.
Yeah. Like I really like the Halo games. Like whenever I was like, I don't know, like 9, 10, 11, maybe around that age. And now it's kind of tough, right? Because I play a lot of shooters. But ever since I got that VR headset, right? Like that's just like a whole nother world of gaming.
I think just VR overall is...
Yeah, VR is just insane.
Yeah. Like literally everything's so new that you classify.
Yeah, honestly. So without saying like VR, right now, it's really just whatever game I'm playing at the moment. So like right now, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, just putting in a ton of time into that game. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
But
my favorite early childhood game is I have two, which is Legend of Zelda.
Oh, how did I forget about the Zeldas, dude? Oh my god.
And then Mega Man X.
Ooh, I never played Mega Man.
Because I remember for Legend of Zelda, I actually want to get a tattoo on my right arm, Master Sword.
Yeah, no.
I've really been thinking about it.
Oh, dude, how did I forget about the Zelda games, bro?
And for Mega Man, it's just I played it on a Game Boy when I was like that is probably one of the first games that I remember playing on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Like just me, because like obviously I can't share the Game Boy with other people.
Yeah.
Because I liked Pokemon and like that was big during my time, but like I never got into the games.
Yeah, same.
I was more of the card person.
I literally feel like that was like more closer to like your generation than mine.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of people that I know that probably did that whenever they were younger, but I like never did any of the Pokemon stuff. I feel like that's why I don't watch any animes and stuff.
That is a good transition into the next topic I had, which is just our overall group dynamic that we have right now, which is like the kids we play with, because we have, I'd say 4 or 5 of us right now that consistently are in, and we're pretty
diverse bunch.
Yeah, we're pretty different in age ranges. I've said it's pretty cool. Because you don't really think like I give Lawson, but like we love him deep down.
Yeah.
But I was hoping he could get into this tonight.
Yeah.
We always have the few that come in and out, like Jacob and my friend Connor.
Yeah.
And Joseph tonight, who I'm sure he'll eventually be on an episode, but I think he's gonna he enjoyed it.
Yeah, grinding steam.
The only person we've had a problem with is
You're not wrong.
Like, just sometimes he just ooh.
Yeah. He's definitely got a tendency of getting under your skin, But so do I.
There's definitely I'd say one big mess up from being just kicked out. Because after I want to give some context because I don't want to sound like a dick.
Yeah.
But from the last thing that happened between me and like for me was an ender, a game changer.
Yeah.
Because he was given noble positions in our Discord. We had a lot of people in this Discord. I get lie.
We had quite a few.
I was pretty proud of it because we had a lot of stream fans. I had 5 of my own, 10 probably, and then we had other people in it. And my internet went down, and I came back after a heated argument with.
And literally our whole server was griefed. Entire.
And he says he didn't. He says he didn't do it.
He pretty much admitted it to me later. So yeah, just so you know.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did he say?
I'm gonna be completely honest, and I don't remember how he said it, but I just remember him saying something to the extent like whenever he was like apologizing, like that was the only reason why I let him back in.
Just because he apologized already.
Yeah.
I was curious on why you had let him back in because we had all agreed he was done.
Yeah.
And then like what was it, like a week later? Probably you finally let him back in, and I was like, hopefully he learned his lesson.
Yeah, as long as we keep him in like a low level position, we're not gonna have any problems.
Yeah. I don't. We'll see. As long as if everything's fine, he's not like too toxic, we'll be good.
Yeah. If you ever start, yeah.
We'll keep Spencer on a track.
Yeah.
Everyone else has been fine so far, which is good. I'm happy about that. One problem every now and then, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
One of the things I want to talk. So, nobody obviously knows how me and you know each other. We both went to school together for 2 years or one? Just one.
Just 1 year. Yeah, just
one.
Which
is, it's weird. Because I shouldn't have been friends with you because of the age difference.
That's true. We probably shouldn't have. Tennis is really the binding factor of our relationship.
And basketball, too.
Oh, yeah, basketball, too, for sure.
Basketball was the start of it, and the tennis was like, oh, yeah, we're friends.
Yeah.
because it was like I had to give you rides home every day.
Mm-hmm.
We would practice when there wasn't practice, which is something I kind of want to talk about.
Sure.
The school we went to, I'm not going to say what school it is, but their team is as good as they were a joke.
Yeah, pretty much.
We practiced more than the actual team did.
Like there were like the scheduled practices, and then there were Leonso and I's practices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
you're putting in work.
It was and we were good.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we both got pretty good.
Yeah.
And we still were bottom seed JV.
Yeah, we for sure should have been seated higher.
Not only should we have been seated higher, but we beat the top seeds.
Yeah, you should.
But that I feel like we could honestly go to a whole story about just things that happened during tennis.
Oh man, so
that was a fun year.
Yeah, man, I don't know how many tennis balls got intentionally whacked over that fence into the street.
That's so true.
Oh man, and then we'd like make the like track people pick them up for us.
Yeah,
like the cross country people or whatever.
What was it? And basketball, we had our coach who was literally wanted to be there less than we did.
Yeah.
God, sports programs there are just great.
The sports programs there drove a coach who's been coaching for 40 years to retirement.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do it right, do it light, do it wrong.
Do it long. Oh man.
What a place. Man, I actually saw him, our old football coach at Applebee's.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, my senior year, I was talking to him, and he was like, "You doing football?" And I was like, "Actually, country." Yeah. He's like, "I'm not surprised though." And he's like, "I gave it up." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I heard you retired." He's like, "Yeah, I just couldn't do it anymore. 8-man football."
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I don't either. They suck.
Yeah, no one on the team cares at all.
Spencer always says they're gonna win, but then they
literally
never win.
I'm in a group chat with them, right? Like a text chat with a lot of the guys in my class. That's how or
was just moved out.
Bleep that out.
You don't want to edit that.
But
okay.
Yeah. So at our high school, right? So I'm in a group chat with them, and was like talking all this crap on the team they were about to play, and they ended up losing to them. And then the next week, he started to talk crap on the next team they were gonna play, and then Will was just like, I'm not gonna say anything because of what happened last week, and they ended up losing again. And they was thinking that they were gonna have a pretty easy schedule, like the whole preseason. He was talking about how easy their schedule was gonna be. And they lost a lot of their games.
Yeah. If I would have been, me and you would have been on the team, probably would have been different.
Honestly.
If they had, I'm a freshman in college, so.
Yeah, that too.
I would have had a whole 2 more years of lifting than everyone else.
Man, I can't wait to be living the college life. That's got to be an experience.
Another thing to talk about, because our age difference is you're a junior in high school?
That's correct. And
I'm a freshman in college, and you've seen the life through my eyes, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
And
our 1 a.m. Walmart shopping trips.
Yeah. I'm not a good role model for Bill, but also I am a good role model because he knows what not to do now.
It's like an anti-role model.
Exactly. You know what? I can do that. I could be doing better, but it's fine. When school started, I definitely didn't take it seriously enough, and I'm struggling now, but I'll get through it. But we definitely went on a couple 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Walmart runs.
Oh yeah, and some,
because I was bored.
Some McDonald's runs where we'd hit every McDonald's in town until we found one that was open, even though they say they're open 24/7.
Here's a message to McDonald's. Keep your stores open. It's not that hard.
There are
especially
people who want food. I want a McChicken at 2 a.m. sometimes, So just give me that McChicken.
And hey, McDonald's corporate, put more people at the night shift.
Yeah, there's literally like one person in there.
There's a reason I don't blame the workers for closing down.
Yeah.
Because they're the only ones working.
Yeah.
So corporate, do something about it and hire more people. People are willing to get paid. People want jobs.
Honestly.
Offer it to them. You make enough money to keep the stores open at night.
Oh,
I guarantee it.
Oh, you remember that time whenever we were in the drive-thru at that one McDonald's, and we started blasting that music, and then we went through and we got like the one McChicken and fry for your friend, and then like we ate like half the fries, and the McChicken was cold by the time we got back because we went to Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh man,
he was so mad, but he didn't care because I paid for his food.
Yeah.
He was like, "Free food?" I was like, "Here you go, Jacob." It's like, "Yes." That's a good segue into drugs.
Oh. You're like the swagger souls of this podcast.
Yeah, because it's just me. We'll go quickly over. Bill, you've had some experiences with me with drugs. You never done it yourself.
That is correct.
To anyone listening, I highly recommend them.
I don't trust myself at all. I have no clue what I just veer away.
It's not a bad thing. Yeah, for me, it was always I don't need it.
Yeah.
And I still don't need it. I don't do it often. I actually very rarely do anything. But there will be a solid, like, for a full week where I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it, a couple nights ago?
Yeah. Literally Sunday night when we had the deep conversation.
I had taken an edible because I got one for free, so, free.
Yeah, so tell a little bit more about just what that experience is like.
So, if you know me personally, most people don't really know this, but I have a pretty high amount of anxiety.
Mm.
And that really comes out when I get blasted. But I'm also it's a weird mix of having this...
Like social anxiety?
No, I'm just an anxious person constantly,
just about anything.
Just about living.
Yeah, that's the worst.
It's the worst type of anxiety because I'm worried about living.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially when I get really, really... Like, I'll be worried. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking die. Like, I'm gonna fucking die. This is it. Like, I'm not gonna make it out of this high. Like, I'm literally gonna die.
Jeez.
And then I always find peace with myself.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's a cycle for me. Like, when you hit that peak and it's just like, you just keep going back and back. And time gets so slowed that you just want it to stop.
Yeah.
Because you'll be in the same spot for like hours.
That's insane.
And then you'll look at the clock and it's like
3 minutes
bro,
passed.
only like 3 minutes have passed and I feel like I've aged like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this weird thing. I might draw this for the podcast because so people can see what I see. Oh, hey, Lawson. Great time for you
Lawson, rejoin. Let's go. We're doing our Talk Time podcast.
Yes. I'm explaining something to Bill real quick. So I reached this point where I get so high that I remember other times where I reached this peak.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll talk to myself and be like, oh, this is... I say the same thing every time. And it'll be like, this is the moment you're alive. Remember this.
You can make it through now. Next time.
Exactly. And it's a moment of where I think everything else is leading up to when you will be part of this moment again.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, time goes by so quickly in between those moments.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, when those moments are frequent, it seems like a week's passed since I realize how much time's gone past, and then my anxiety starts to I'm a week older.
Mm-hmm.
that means I'm a week closer to death. It's a crazy thing. How was it on your guys' side?
So like just interactions with people that have been
with like me and like stuff like that.
So okay, so like for example that one night, right? Whenever you're like stay on, I need you to stay on, right? I'm like, I feel somewhat sympathetic. So
yeah, I am freaking out, like very clear.
I could tell like you needed me to do this. So I'm like, all right, I'll get on for like 30 minutes. And, I think I ended up staying on for like another hour or something playing Uno. So I'm hopping on Uno and we start playing. And at first I was like super tired, but you were like crazy energetic for how late it was. And first I thought, well, this is weird. And then I'm like, well, he's on something. So I guess that's normal.
He's definitely on the high.
And honestly, it was pretty fun staying up playing Uno.
I'll let you know.
Uno is pretty relaxing.
We played for a couple hours, really, and I was like freaking out the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then
like anytime there was a bad card, like you could hear me like slam my desk anytime like I was freaking out.
Yeah, you definitely seemed like a lot more emotional.
I was definitely feeling it. I was so angry, especially like when
your mic cut out,
or when when you would do something like that would irritate me. Yeah. But when the AI did something, I think that's when I got the most mad, because it was like it had no reason to do that. It just like it can't think. That's what made me the most mad, was it didn't have the mind to fuck me over, but it still did it.
Yeah, like you were getting really pissed at the robots.
Yeah, like I was just like it was like I would, and then like that one game I had the perfect hand.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and you still
and then it went on for an hour. Yeah, and it went on for an hour, and I lost.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I joined the Discord again the next day, and you were like, "Man, last night sucked," and that was not what I was expecting. I was like, "Man, I had a pretty good night playing Uno."
I enjoyed it, but I still had a horrible time.
But Bill was there. So.
Wait, why were you getting so mad?
Because the edible. I don't have as much experience with many other drugs.
But I haven't. I've taken medicine, but
that's actually a good thing to switch to. Have you guys ever been to the hospital a lot?
Have you guys ever?
I had a knee surgery.
No. Get a bunch of painkillers.
I'm not saying like you guys like, because for me when I was younger, I went to the hospital 4 times for pneumonia in like a span of 2 years.
I went once because it felt like I was getting shot every day.
Yeah.
It was some weird stomach pain. So I went, I think, once and stayed there for about 8 hours. It sucks.
I was there, I think, a week at a time each time. I remember like legitimately thinking I was gonna die.
Dude, I thought I was dead too. I'm gonna let you know now. I was like, bro, is this the end?
Yeah, it's crazy to think back at like a first grader just being like, I was like ready for death. I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna die in this hospital.
So, I was gonna say, there was this one time whenever I caught strep throat and the flu within the same week.
Oof.
God, that was terrible.
Good time.
And the only other like experience I've had was whenever I had to go. Oh wow, the build up to whenever I had to, like whenever the like the doctor guy told me that I tore my ACL. Holy.
The guy? Nice.
Oh, for football, yeah.
Yeah, because like the whole time he was like, yeah, your knee's probably just out of place, right? Like he just thought like I dislocated my kneecap. And so I go in and I do an MRI, and then I go like a few days later and to see the doctor dude, and he starts out talking about kneecaps. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then like within the matter of a second, he switches to telling me that I tore my ACL. I'm just like, oh no. Yeah. So
I remember for me they told me if I felt something crawling up my throat to just let it come out, so they could test to see whether it was alive or not.
Wait, what?
Ew, what? Oh,
yeah.
So gross.
And I was horrified of it, and like that scarred me.
Wait, like when you had pneumonia?
When I had pneumonia, like the second time I think is when they told me that, and I could feel something. Like they were like, just don't swallow and just like let it come out, and we'll leave a beaker here. and I would feel something coming out my throat. And it was like a disease or something. And I could like feel it, and I would always swallow because I would get so scared that I would just instinctively swallow it down.
That's gross.
And like as I got older, like it hasn't happened in a long time, but like I'd probably just imagine it, but I could like feel it like slowly like crawling up my throat, and I would instantly just swallow.
Swallow. That's a good segue back into video games. No, it's not, but we're going there. So, I kind of wanted to get Lawson's perspective on like video games, you know, since he's quite a bit younger than us.
That is true.
So, Lawson,
what do you want?
Jeez. Okay. So I was just curious as to like what were like the first games you like remember playing? What games like
Mario?
Like just in like.
Early
Easily, early 2000s. I was born 2006, so it was probably
that's crazy
Mario.
to think about.
Yeah. And next year I'll be in 9th grade. That's weird too. But it was probably Mario. Minecraft was easily one of them. Roblox, all the like kid games you'd want to play. And I even played. I think I played 64 at one point. I can't remember.
You did? Oh, wow.
That's impressive for your age.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was fun. It was actually
good.
surprisingly fun.
You are well
64
cultured.
was, yeah, you were. That's
You're
cool to think about.
semi-cultured. You're not as young.
Well, you know, it's whenever you said that you're gonna be in 9th grade next year, that just made me think of Leon. So you know Jeff from where we went to high school.
Yeah. I know Jeff.
His younger brothers.
I was like, don't say it, Bill.
You know his younger brothers. They're gonna be in 9th grade like next year.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's weird to see people. You know, I grow up and stuff. Like, and we're gonna do that for Lawson. Like,
we'll know him when he's 98.
When I turn 18, I'll just fly out and see you guys for like a week.
Yeah, that'll be so cool. Like, you can like visit us and stuff.
But the weird thing is, you guys will be like 29, and I'll think you guys like boomers. So.
Oh, that would. If you call me a boomer, I'm gonna. If you call me a boomer, I'm kicking you from the Discord.
Yo, that's something to talk about. Colloquialisms and stuff.
But before that, I want to talk about. I have friends where he has little sisters.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That I like.
And now I can
that
date
you
them.
like.
Oh.
No. Even my roommate, he has a little sister that I've known since, you know, we know of each other since 2nd grade.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're senior or freshmen in college. And I've seen her, you know, I wasn't there for obviously. I've seen her grow up. Yeah, I've seen her grow up, and it's kind of weird to be like, oh, like when I remember her when she was like very little, and like,
yeah,
now she's like, you know, going into high school. She's almost going into high school.
Yeah.
And then my other friend, like I was there. I was like, I saw them when they were like babies. Like I knew them when they were babies, and now they're like going into school, and like they're like old enough to like make their own decisions and do all this stuff. And I remember one time they couldn't remember my name because they knew me. Because I was always over, but they were like, we never talked about names. Like, I knew their names, they didn't know. And it was so weird to me that, like, they never thought to ask, even though they knew me so well. Like, they knew who I was. But it's just weird to think about.
Yeah, for sure.
What was the thing you wanted to segue to?
This is the most woke thing I've ever done.
Yeah, so
that's why we were doing it. But yeah.
How about
become woke?
How about we give Lawson some like perspective on what high school is going to be like in comparison to like grade school or whatnot?
Yeah, I still don't know if I want to go to high school. That's still a decision.
You're
the part of me
thinking
that
about
likes having
high school's good.
The part of me that wants to like hang out with my friends and stuff, because I do have a lot of them that I didn't hang out with or I can't in elementary school because they went to a different middle school because I was going for somewhere else. But then they're going to the same high school as me. So I could either go and see all my old friends and see how much of a stud my one friend was, and then see literally anyone else. And it's weird to think about because I went on Insta and they all look so different.
Yeah, so I would say that I would definitely try to go to high school if you can.
Yeah, I might try.
Because like there's so much like during high school, that's like so much personal growth and development that happens.
Yeah.
Like you become who you're going to be in high school. As long as you just try to stay away from like drama. Like that should be your primary goal, and then school, and then you're fine.
Furries.
Girls don't matter in high school.
Yeah, especially middle school.
Don't even worry about it.
Dude, it's so dumb in middle school. It's like if people think that's the number one priority. They literally break up the next day. It's so stupid. Like it triggers me.
Junior and senior year, if you do find someone, like that's great.
Yeah,
try. Like obviously give effort if you do meet someone.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like if
don't be worried about it.
Yeah, if I find someone that I like and I think that I would like to spend the rest of my life with, I'll try it. Forget epic gamer, you know.
I was definitely worried about it like my first 2 years, and I had like 8 girlfriends my freshman year, but none of them lasted a week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
they weren't real relationships.
Yeah.
But then when I went to LeBlanc,
oh bleep.
Oh fuck yeah, we'll bleep that. Yeah, remind me when we edit that.
Yeah.
When I went to my next school with Bill, I had a girlfriend.
Next school.
That lasted. Her name will not be named because she threw me under the bus after we broke up. But you want to just bleep that so I can tell you guys, so I can tell Bill who it is.
Yeah, bleep. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just bleep it. Yeah. Her name was.
Wait, it was. Oh wow. Wait, what'd she say about you? So
she said. We might just take this whole part out because it's really fucked up.
No, I'm keeping it in, but I'm bleeping the names.
Yeah, we'll bleep the names. Okay. She said that when we would make out, which we never did. We never made out. That I would like grope her and stuff, and that's why we broke up. That's not true. I never did that. I would never do that to someone.
Why did you say that? Jeez.
Because it's one of those things where it's like that's the kind of shit you'll get into in high school.
That's why.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's why. But if you know what, I told people who asked me about that. I said if that really happened, then report me and like send me to jail because like that's.
Because that's not a good thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I never did that stuff.
See, that's when you know you're a good person. When you know that something's wrong, and if you do it wrong, then you are gonna ask your friend to send you like the jail.
Yeah, and I had another girlfriend that lasted much longer. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a relationship. Her name her name's Bleep.
Super Vertical?
Yeah, her name's Super Vertical. And no, wait, what? Are we talking about the same person?
Oh wait, no, we're not. We're talking about different.
Yeah, we're not. We're talking about different ones. Yeah. I was very confused for a second.
You mean the one whose last name starts with an M, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, that relationship lasted for about 4 or 5 months.
Oh really? I didn't know that relationship ever existed.
Yes, 4 or 5 months. My junior year. So you would have. Yeah, you would have been there for that.
Yeah, freshman year. That would have been my freshman year.
Yeah. So, yeah, that happened.
That happened.
It ended with her saying she didn't feel anything anymore, and I said okay.
See, all right, that's
out.
Kind of understandable.
I was the context of me saying okay, because I don't want to sound like a douchebag, is we just didn't talk. Like we would go on a date once a month, and that was it.
Okay, yeah, that's like...
So it wasn't like it was a relationship, but like it wasn't at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Could have definitely hung out a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Just wait.
I feel like half this podcast will just be Bill just smirk or what's it called? Just laughing at a very plain statement that we also made. I had another girlfriend.
I just thought that it was funny that he was just gonna keep bringing him up.
Because I had
Leonzo's a player. Like, let's just say
Shut up.
Leonzo's a player.
I had 3 during high school.
Yeah.
And that was it. Wait, unless you count freshman year.
And that was it.
Leonzo, have you...
I had 3 real relationships, and then the rest were fake, basically.
Mm-hmm. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna grab a water. I'll be right back. So I had a question about...
Okay.
That's, related to the last topic. Have you had any, or tried to, attempt a long-distance relationship?
You...
I mean, with it basically was. But... No.
Not really.
I mean, I have attempted with, a girl before, but it didn't really... we didn't talk very much.
Yeah, Lawson, don't try to get in a long-distance relationship. Pro tip,
Oh, I'm not.
It's
That's dumb.
it's
And unless it's set up before, and like you have a solid foundation, don't do it.
yeah, for sure.
And even then, it's risky.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of movies about people going off and then meeting some dude. That's all I'm going to say.
That's it.
I was like, I don't want to go into detail.
That's it, man.
Man,
That's it.
Also,
That's all, bro.
don't date a Mormon unless you want to have a lot of children. I learned that the hard way.
I mean,
All right.
what?
I'm a Mormon.
Well,
Ooh, that
that
sucks.
sucks to suck. Okay.
That just
Well,
means
but-
more
well,
freedom.
I forgot you go to the
That's
temple.
a good thing to talk
Bro,
about.
actually
Religion.
though, I'm gonna be completely honest. The temple is a great place. It's so like just peaceful.
All right. Moving
I
on.
actually
So
really enjoy it.
Can we go into that topic of religion, or
That's pretty. I say we save that for a later podcast.
we'll save that for a later one?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm never the problem.
I am a great person.
That's actually a good thing to talk about. Is
Great people.
no, it's like knowing you have flaws.
Ah,
I'm not a perfect person.
I'm good
None
at
of
this.
us are.
Yep, I'm great at this.
Bill, you
Depression
can't.
kicks in.
Yeah.
that was a joke. Okay, I meant to be like rhetorical.
All of us, most people have some form of depression nowadays.
I don't.
You know.
Same Z's. Oh,
I'm one of the few.
You know. Yeah, Bill's just a happy
well,
dude.
Bill, when you're named after the God himself, you
bleep.
can
Lawson-
have no...
Bleep.
Lawson's gonna have to listen to this podcast
Oh,
at the
okay.
beginning to learn about my insecurity. That was good.
when Bill is named after something amazing.
Me and Bill went like
Wait,
talk.
can,
Oh yeah, we had a
can say
really good
your name.
intro,
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a good start to this topic.
and
of,
then you joined and started talking about Minecraft.
Bro, that's a great topic. Shut up. Shut up.
yeah, yeah, but
So Minecraft.
what about you, Lawson? Because I know you had to deal with like bullying and stuff.
Yeah. Alright. It sucks a lot because I had to take one anxiety medicine a day, 2 ADD medicines because I had ADD, and then I also had to take sleeping medicine because I had depression, so I couldn't sleep that much.
Do you feel like the medicine helped you,
Or
or
for
made it
ADD,
worse?
the first ADD medicine did not help at all, but the anxiety medicine is working enough where I can go places and feel fine. But other than that, not really.
I wonder if anxiety medicine just like suppresses emotion.
It kind of does, because when I take it, I feel like I rage less. Like I just get mad at people less. I like when I don't know. It's weird. It's like I just don't get mad or sad, ish.
It's
Then again, I have depression, so.
it is weird how mainstream the idea of like having depression is, though.
Yeah,
You're
and I feel like, you know, in a lot of cases, like mainly with like a lot younger kids, it's like I almost said overdosed. I mean, like overdiagnosed.
overdiagnosed.
I will say, like, what you're going through, Lawson, is like shit. Like,
Yeah,
Dude, it sucks.
it's like there's a difference between getting like really bullied and like not being defended, and then a kid listening to Billie Eilish and going, she relates to me.
exactly.
Why don't I have getting mad? I have depression.
Exactly.
It's like, nah, like
Yeah, like my co-hosts are kind of just being on the computer because one of the only things I'm really good at is just playing games, and it's also something I really love doing. So that's a great thing.
yeah.
But I'll play games, I'll listen to my music, and it really helps me cope. And then people walk in and just like want to destroy that. And it's,
That's why you keep a Nerf gun.
All times. You do find ways to cope. I always went to comedy, just trying to make people laugh because it's a fun thing to do.
Mhm.
yeah, dude, I love making people laugh. It's so
Like-
fun. Because you feel better about yourself, you know.
Yeah, and you laugh too. Like if a joke's funny, like
Yeah.
you're also gonna laugh at it, which is why it's a joke. But when you tell a joke that nobody laughs at,
It's awkward.
yeah, it hurts.
I never do that.
Shut up, Bill.
We laugh instantly.
But
We should not laughed, Leon, so that would have made him so insecure.
They probably would have.
It honestly would have. I would have like destroyed. That would have honestly destroyed me. But
Just be like, good one. I'm talking seriously here, Bill.
laughter's pretty great.
Epic funny meme.
Laughter can extend your life. Like that's just something insane.
Yeah,
unless you laugh so hard that you die.
Well,
no, I don't.
you release
I think
so
only
much of that
people
endorphin.
and those are people that have a easy, like, funny moment.
Old people.
But, yeah. Actually,
Boomers.
all of my grandparents are actually surprisingly hard to make laugh.
Really? My grandparents
Yes.
are really easy to make laugh.
Dude,
Except the one that's dead.
I think I could only tell. I could tell 50 jokes. It's like a 1 to 50 ratio. There's a chance of them laughing. Not even they're guaranteed they'll laugh. Like a 150 ratio chance of them laughing. It's so dumb.
Here's what I'll say about being a comedian or whatever. Like make people laugh.
Mm-hmm.
The older they get, the more you find what works.
Yeah.
Especially if you're someone like me who like. I really liked watching people who were like funny.
Yeah.
One of my friends, Bo Burnham, one of my favorite comedians because
Easily.
he makes comedy that shouldn't be funny.
Exactly.
But one of my friends, his name is Bleep. He is the funniest person I know. I'm sure he'd love to hear that. I've told it to him. But I really I would literally sit at lunch and just watch him. And like because he was just so funny to me that I wanted to be like that.
Mm-hmm. You definitely have to know your audience.
Yeah.
And whenever you have split audiences in the room, that's whenever it gets a little risky.
Yeah.
That's when you just gotta know how to. It's also how to tell the.
Bro, that's another reason middle school sucks, actually. Because if you tell an unfunny joke, you're not getting talked to for the rest
I
of
guess,
the day.
yeah. So societal
They're
standards.
like, come back tomorrow with your good stuff.
Yeah. They're completely different.
Bring some material next time, Mouse.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Bring some quality jokes.
Did you find that on Google?
There's this one kid at my lunch table. There's always that one kid. He had no shame. He would tell jokes, none of us would laugh, and then he would just continue making the worst jokes.
Yeah,
Just a bunch
I have
of
friends like
one-liners.
Yeah, but then I felt like for that moment he had no shame, but then I would see him like at dismissal. He looked so sad.
Oh, wow.
He just didn't look like at all.
It's like,
I've learned to laugh at those people's jokes. Like, give at least a snicker.
Yeah. I always smile at him to make him
Pity
feel
laugh.
somewhat better.
you gotta give him a
Yeah,
pity
but I
laugh.
feel like-
Pity laughs
I
are
feel like-
good.
He caught on by the end of 8th grade.
Yeah. You
7th
can
grade.
tell whenever someone's doing a pity laugh, though. Because, it doesn't have, like, the emotion behind it.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm good at.
Yeah.
Just telling people's emotions.
also being able to tell if you're funny or not. Some
Yeah,
people just
that's-
aren't funny. I luckily am not one of them.
I am very
Compliments
humble as well.
yourself.
Very humble, funny man.
Very humble. I once told a joke. I think I may have told you guys about it. It was very recent. Where I was in class, and the teacher was like, "Is there anything you're proud of, like that you've done in your life, like during school?" And I was like, "I haven't done a single proud thing in my entire life."
Teacher, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I was like, but
I've done nothing worthy of noting.
I said it very funny, and I looked her dead in the eyes, and I was so dead faced about it. I just heard some girl in the back go, "Oh my god, that is me," and like everyone just lost it.
Relatable.
Dude, that was like a double joke. That was like a tag team joke.
Yeah, it was like she helped. Like I set it up, and then she fucking.
Like, slammed it
spiked it.
out of the park. Yeah.
Baseball reference. Oh yeah, baseball.
We know sports.
Baseball.
We're gamers, and we know sports.
Good.
Yeah,
Good
I keep up with baseball. That's kind of
You
it.
gotta shoot the field goal in the hoop.
we
Bro,
play multiple sports.
Yeah, I'm not
Let me go
that
hit-
ignorant.
Let me go hit home base to get this touchdown, guys. Hold on.
Imagine, I don't understand how people are so illiterate about sports.
Was that an out of the park touchdown?
Dude, I
Like,
know. Those
really,
are so
like-
rare. You have to be so good to get those.
When I have kids, I'm not gonna give them phones until.
That's Lawson. That's something to talk about. Lawson, what's it like without social media? Wait, I guess you wouldn't know what it's like
social-
with social media.
I
Yeah.
mean, I do have Instagram on the computer, and yeah, it's pretty fun to check, but it's pretty easy.
Social media
like,
is insane.
Because it's not... How old were you when you first started?
What?
Like, when you first, like, got on, like, PC and stuff?
Well, first time I ever touched a computer was like 5 or 6. But
Yeah, but it's different than, like,
You mean,
actually
like-
playing, like...
actually playing and
Yeah.
like meeting people and stuff,
Yeah.
probably 8. I met some guy on Reel Bois and we're still in touch right
I think that is a little too... But they definitely could be younger. There's like 5-year-olds and 4-year-olds
Well,
with,
like,
like,
iPhone 10s,
iPads
bro.
and stuff.
Like,
yeah, they don't need that.
no.
For me, like, once they hit, like, 10... I think I'll probably start, like, integrating, like, not social media, but, like, video games and stuff,
Yeah.
because it does really affect kids,
Yeah.
and, like...
Yeah, I hear how people are saying, like, it causes violence.
I mean-
it's the person's mentality towards the game.
I
If
think...
they're
Yeah.
an aggressive person,
Well, it's more the depression thing of, like...
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because, like, being on social media sucks. I hate being on it, but I'm on it every day.
Me too. I think overall it's a negative thing. You see everyone
Yeah.
else's lives, and they only, you only see the highlights of each person's life. But you see, like, all of these highlights, and you're like, man, my life is just boring, you know?
Yeah.
That's why, like, I don't want my kids to be on, like... I'm fairly addicted to, like, my phone. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to not be, and I'd like my kids to be much less addicted, but I know there'll be more.
Technology, they'll be surrounded, engulfed by technology,
Yeah.
even more than we are now.
And I'm definitely going to do my best to, like, make sure that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, have that stuff. I won't even give them phones, like, honestly, until
Yeah.
they're 10.
I think I got my first flip phone whenever I was like 9, and then I had like flip phones and stuff until I was like, and like not like phones like where you could like actually use social media and stuff until I was like 11 or maybe 12, probably 12 or 13 actually. And even then, I didn't really use anything maybe other besides like Snapchat.
You couldn't get on Instagram and Snapchat and stuff.
Yeah, it was just
Who thought Snapchat was a good idea?
honestly, it's just texting
Like-
but with the picture.
Like, it's just meant for dick pics and stuff like that.
Pretty much.
And that's how people get arrested.
I mean,
And that's how, like,
I think
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a hard thing to talk about because we, like, as much as I'm criticizing it, I'm still good.
Yeah.
But, like,
It just seems more convenient for whatever reason. Just more appealing
Yeah,
to like our age range, I guess. I don't know.
I think it's because there's no physical number. And, like, yeah, I could send a picture of, like, oh, I don't want to send a picture. I'm always sending a picture. I don't read the text.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true.
But,
Like when I sent you that picture.
yeah, exactly. I can save that. It's, like, it's easier. It is easier. And
Yeah, just a bunch of
it is faster than, like, remembering numbers to remember someone's
oh,
name.
for sure. Imagine having to remember all of your friends' phone numbers and your family members and everything. Like that's what like our parents had to do, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Kind of going from, like, technology. You guys got any... To go a little bit lighter topic.
We've been pretty
got-
heavy topics. For a
Yeah,
while.
we've been pretty heavy this podcast, a lot heavier than I thought it'd be. Like, you got any TV shows or anime that you like?
I mean, I kind of half expected that out of Leon, so I'm gonna be honest.
I had it saved in my notes.
So I'll go first. I'll say my favorite TV show of all time is probably The Office, and then
Good show. That's a top 5 for me.
The Office is pretty up there.
This is sad. I've only watched like maybe 2 episodes of The Office.
Do you want
You're
to
young.
make me cry?
No, he'll watch it. I guarantee you, when you get older, you'll
Yeah,
you'll
but
think
they're,
it's fun.
they're taking it off of Netflix this December.
It'll be back on.
We hope. I mean, it's because they're moving it to like they're making their own like network for The Office. I don't know, like whatever channel it was on, like that channel is making like their own networking station. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But other than that, I don't know. Honestly, I don't watch any animes, like at all.
Anyways.
Like,
How about you, Lawson?
I don't know.
Do you not? I guess you probably don't watch a lot of TV.
Not really, no.
Because you're on the end. You're on the end of not watching TV anymore and like just internet.
Yeah, that's another thing that's crazy.
Because I watch the most TV out of the three of us probably.
Probably.
I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. I used to watch TV, but not.
I'd say the only thing I really watch actual like TV for now is sports games.
Even then, I try to watch it on the internet. Like I watch like highlights of games.
Yeah.
For me, my favorite shows of all time. Not animes, because that's a different story altogether. If you ever heard of Psych?
Never.
Let me. It is so good. It's a fake psychic detective with his like best friend.
I swear. Yeah. Wait, hold up. Who are the main actors in that? I swear I've heard of this before.
James Brody and Jewel Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's top tier show.
I remember 100%. This.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I'll just put been a while since
that's
I've seen
Spiral.
this,
That's now.
Oh, that's why, because it went from 2006 to 2014. That's why I barely remember it. I've definitely seen a couple episodes of this.
That Community. Have you ever seen that? That's the creator Rick and Morty. His like first big show was Community, and it had an all-star cast like before they were stars, basically, except Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase was a star.
Except Chevy Chase, you already know.
Yeah, he was big, and it had Childish Gambino.
Mm-hmm.
It had the guy from, his name is Abed in the show. It had King Jong. That's where
looks like
Gay
a
came from.
Pretty diverse cast.
But like that's where the meme where it's like gay. It came from Community.
That's lit.
Yeah. So another favorite show. And when we talking about animes,
oh boy.
I've only
watched one, and it was the basketball
one. Well, let me introduce you to some shows that I've been watching lately. Hunter
Non-stop, 100%, 20.
Hunter. I'm a big man on it. Art style.
What is this? See, I feel like
Hunter.
I couldn't watch an anime. I'd get tired of reading subtitles.
No, you don't have to read subtitles. There's dubs. Yeah, their dubs are
lit.
So Hunter, My Hero Academia. My boy Deku.
People have said so many good things about My Hero Academia that I've never seen.
You need to watch it. The 4th season just came out. I've almost cried like 3 times while watching that.
Bro, I'm like one of the only people that in my family that gets emotional over shows.
It's good. It's no joke. Watch it. Like it's really good. Dragon Ball. I've seen that. Obviously, I've seen some of Naruto. It's okay. But like I've seen some shows that clap. I definitely would say that like anime is not for everyone. It's definitely I've seen like High School DxD. Don't put a picture of that up. I haven't seen all of it because can't finish it. It's a very sexual. I don't even want to look it up in my browser history, honestly. But yeah, it's just one of those. Like some animes are garbage, but they're good at the same time because their story's good and then boobs. Sex.
Great.
Actually, that just reminded me. Lawson, what do you think of the new?
It might cut out.
The new what?
What do you think of the new Star Wars movies?
I love Star Wars. Haven't seen any of the new movies.
Oh my!
You're a good man. Your parents are raising you well. Your parents are raising you well.
Yeah. I've seen the old ones. I really like them. I mean, the effects are bad, but that's because they're kind of old. Dude. But they're still great movies.
Star Wars series is, that's probably my favorite movie series of all time.
My favorite movie. I don't know. I actually don't know my favorite movie. One of my favorite movies was
Actually, I just thought of my favorite movie. I don't know why I couldn't think of.
I actually can't remember. What is this? I used to be able to remember everything.
Well, while you're thinking of that, I'll explain in detail.
Of course.
Why I love The Dark Knight.
Okay, that's a good movie.
But... It's good.
Okay, good detail. All right, moving on.
All right, nice.
You know what? One day, we'll spend an entire podcast
talking
just
about
going
Dark
in
Knight.
depth about every
Talking
movie
about-
that we love.
why. No, just this one movie,
We'll watch it like right
Um,
before.
dude. No joke. And I will point everything out to you of why the movie.
Bet. Sounds good.
I've seen it at least like 15 times. It's so good. Podcast, if you're listening, the one person listening right now,
Yeah.
watch this movie
Oh,
again.
oh, we should do like one of those things where like we recommend like something in each podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, our recommendation for this podcast is for you to watch Dark Knight if you're of age.
Recommendation. Even if you're not of age, watch it. It's just a good. I honestly don't care. Just watch it.
It is.
Like,
It's really good.
something we'll have. So we'll plan this from now on. We'll have something we recommend and then something we don't recommend doing.
Okay, what do we not recommend?
Long distance relationships.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean,
Do
Uh,
the Dark Knight. Don't do long distance
Long-
relationships.
Don't long distance relationships. Not good.
Not good.
Big L.
No way to win.
As much as I hate that I just said Big L, I'm gonna keep saying it. Cause Gen Z. Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer. Are
I'm
we?
almost fucking.
Are we?
I'm almost 20.
I'm pretty sure, Leonso, you and I. I'm pretty sure we're Gen Z, right? And then
Yes.
he's a
X?
millennial, right?
No, millennials before me.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's my sister's.
There's millennial, Gen Z, and then Gen X.
Yeah. So yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think-
he's Gen X.
Actually, I think. Hold on. No, he's still Gen Z. Because
Really?
you were born 2006, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty like he's 4 years because Gen X is Gen 10.
Sure.
So it starts at 2010 is when it ends. So from 1995 to 2000.
Oh
Is
wow.
Generation
So
Z.
2010.
So you're. Yeah, so you're still Gen Z. Those Gen Xers are.
Stupid heads.
Yeah, you know, Lawson.
I feel like Gen
I don't
X
have a
was
lot
the
of hope for
failed
your
generation. We're in his generation.
I meant like his like
Yeah, I know,
like
his specific,
actual,
like, age
group, like his
range.
like specific age of kids, because like, bro, like those Fortnite kids, like you're a Fortniter, but like you're a good one. You're like the one of the few.
You're not like one of the toxic 12-year-olds, you know?
You're not like a.
Exactly.
Basically,
He just hates everything about every game he's ever played.
he could literally be a game critic, but he'd be like the worst game. He's like a Sam Cowell game critic if he became one.
Well, it's because he changes his critics after a week of playing it.
Yeah, well.
Can't wait for Modern Warfare to be bad, but yeah. It's the good news about this podcast is no one can see our Discord.
Well, yeah.
Or can they?
No, I haven't had it up.
Okay, good.
It's been my background.
Because that's something I want to talk about a little bit.
Touch on it a little bit more.
There's our bots
Oh, good.
and the category they're under.
Oh, we want to talk about this.
I just want to bring it up in case someone ever joins and is confused. I just had to ask because they weren't in the category,
Sure.
so I noticed.
I'm pretty sure they're under the category of personal slaves, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they are.
Might have to bleep that out. We'll decide later.
I mean, that's what they are. I mean, they're robots.
Yeah.
Robots are meant to do tasks for you, okay?
Yeah, we'll say that.
And I still
yeah.
don't know how to use the Spotify one, not gonna lie.
I don't either, honestly.
I did every single command that you could do with the keyboard, and none of them worked.
Literally, I saw you practicing. Spotify can not only sponsor us, but fix your machine.
Dude, I want to go to PAX East, dude. Or one of the PAX.
PAX West? Ooh, PAX West.
Just any PAX, honestly.
PAX East would be good for you, since you're
Comic
there.
Con.
Oh, dude, Leonce, you want to go to Comic Con?
I'm going to Comic Con.
When?
When is it?
The next, like this summer.
What about NakaCon?
Not
Not really.
No.
Not in the NakaCon.
Not that I'm not into it. Is I don't
It's
know.
not a Naka.
Yeah.
It's if I have to choose, I'm going to Comic Con.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because
I
it's
understand.
basically Comic Con.
On
Comic Con is
roids.
also part.
It's basically an anime convention.
Yeah, but with also superheroes.
Oh, so
Very true.
have I told you about how and his recent addiction to anime.
I think I've heard about it.
It is interesting.
What does he watch? Does he watch like only High School DxD stuff?
Like Dragon Ball Z.
That's not bad. Yeah, it's.
I think that's like the only anime he watches is Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, then. Well, it is a long anime.
And
the original Dragon Ball was like a lot of episodes.
He dressed up this Halloween as Goku.
As Goku? Oh, he's not.
He probably did.
Can we put up a picture of Caleb?
Wait, here. Wait, look in the Discord.
Here's the thing. I still haven't seen Bill's face. I haven't seen Spencer recently. I know Leonzo. Leonzo is a pimp.
Leonzo is a pimp.
I look basically the same as the pictures I've sent, except my hair's shorter.
Yeah, you had an epic gamer swoosh.
Swoosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, swoosh.
My hair's pretty short right now, but it's fine.
Bro, I have like a, not a swoosh, but like a, not a bowl cut. What's the word? It's like a shaggy swoosh.
Oh yeah, that's like a rock style haircut. I used to have
shaggy swoosh.
Because my hair got so
No,
long.
because that hairstyle is technically called shaggy.
Yeah, I used to have that because my hair was so long. That...
Yeah, dude, I love shaggy haircuts, especially with hoodies, because you got that emo like. Alright, that's the only emo thing I will ever like. Just that kind of look with the hoodie.
I'll insert this. This picture.
Okay, we're not gonna put this one in the podcast. Maybe we will, or the video, or whatever. But we're
I've seen that.
I want, if you can, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to remind you. The picture of him from Up, and then we'll just blur his face out. Like
that's my favorite picture of him.
Yeah. So our friend looks like the kid from Up, whatever his name is.
I'll look it up real quick.
Russell, I think?
Yeah, it's Russell.
Russell, yeah.
Everyone used to call him Russell because he looked so much like him.
I called him Meatball.
And that's...
He looks like a meatball. I love He's not. He's like the opposite of athleticism.
Oh, man.
Anti-athletic.
Speaking of which, my friend, who I have not talked to in a while, he probably doesn't see me. I see him as my homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
My main man from Georgia, Atlanta.
Oh, Koopa.
No, he's from there. Does not currently.
I'm gonna have to
there.
bleep that out.
Oh, Koopa.
So we're the bleep out a lot of names here.
It's not that
the
much.
The
I
only.
Still quality freaking. Yes, I.
Oh.
Who this is gonna be a lot of bleeping for us. Yes, that person.
Yes, that fellow.
The correct terminology of the name you just used.
Oh wait, because you thought of him whenever they said no athleticism.
Yeah, when I said no athleticism, he was. This kid, man, I felt so bad for him. He tried so hard. He just never had it.
He's just really uncoordinated.
He is. Like, imagine if a gazelle was born, but only its legs were. It's like its body was just like mentally deficient, but like it had a normal mind. Like it tried.
That's literally the worst thing I've ever heard.
But like you could tell that like it knows what it's doing. Like it's like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but then it just can't do it.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's like
that gazelle's like only good at Overwatch for some reason.
And he's
like,
not.
I'm only good at Fortnite.
It's not that good at Overwatch either. It's like gold. It's like basically he plays Hanzo only. He's completely at it. So he can't play any other character. He plays McCree only too. Those are two garbage characters. Like play someone that helps the team.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
Like Tracer.
I played Diva and Rhino. I was a tank main, so I played whatever tank was needed. But yeah, I do like. I do think he is funny at times, but like.
We should just say bleep, you know.
For now I'll say bleep, but like, he just. I don't know. He just wasn't. It always irritated me that. Was it? Oh, Bill's name in the Discord right now.
Oh.
Oh yeah, what is that up with? Or what's up that?
We're not gonna say what it is, but I would just
What
like to know.
What is that up with? I am big English.
Like, why did you choose that?
Oh,
yeah, that's my question.
I was up late. I was pretty tired, and
So
I adapted my name to Jaren's name.
You're gonna change it back to Jesus?
Yeah.
So for people who are wondering, this is my Discord we all use. We all hang out here. Not a ton, but I'm just God in the Discord, and then Bill's Jesus because he was my second in command. We have nobles, just personal slaves, and yeah, I do agree with Bill that we should probably. It is pretty late. It's 12 o'clock now. We started at 11, so
yeah, we've been going from an hour and 15. It's pretty respectable, honestly.
We do have a format for our Discord, as I was going to say. And anyone who joins it, if you're offended by it, leave. I don't care.
A what?
It's my Discord. Fuck you.
A Fortnite?
All right, I think that's
for my Discord.
That's a pretty good way to wrap it up.
Let's get
funny
it.
Fortnite. Funny Fortnite. Sorry.
Good way to end. You're good. You're good. Good way to end the Discord. Don't forget or deep podcast. I'm tired. Dark Knight do.
Long relationships don't.
Long. Don't be in long relationships.
Don't care about people.
Don't. Yeah.
All right.
Don't do long distance relationships. We'll see.
Get the cash
Peace.
money flow.